Hello, everyone. Welcome. It's me, Haxley, and today I'm joined by Geoff. And Haxley and Geoff will be talking Young Justice together. Now, Haxley's opinion of Young Justice episode 5 was it was good. It was all right. Nothing like too great. It's the first episode of the Rocket arc, so it's just an introduction. Because honestly, I don't know much about Rocket personally, and she didn't really get too much screen time in the other seasons. How
You
did
see,
my friend Geoff feel, Geoff?
I did not like it. I did not like it at all. For all the normal reasons, and then the fact, again, like you said, they didn't really give Icon too much like screen time in the last season. Not Icon, Rocket. They didn't give Icon any screen time this season so far. I mean, maybe
Yeah.
it'll appear later, but as of right now, none. They didn't give Rocket any real screen time last season, so I guess they're making up for it now with her side story with her son with autism, and I
Yes.
think they're trying to connect it to like how I assume what they're leading to is like she's gonna try to draw parallels between Orion and then her son.
Yeah, because both of them seem to have some problems, I guess mentally, with her son having autism, and it seems like Orion has some PTSD and anger issues from being the child of Darkseid.
And
So
claustrophobia.
yeah, I would imagine that's part of the PTSD. I could see Darkseid just locking Orion up every now and then.
So it was just like it's interesting what they're trying to do, but again, the way the story is being told is just kind of meh to me.
Yeah. We start off the episodes with pretty much Rocket taking up her autistic child to her ex-husband's place where he'll be watching over him while she goes out to space with Jay Garrick's The Flash and Forager, where they're going to go to New Genesis. But yeah. Oh my god, if I was Rocket, I don't know if I can handle taking care of this child. That might be terrible of me to say, but it just seems like a lot of work.
Well, I think that's the idea. They were trying to show how difficult it is.
Yeah.
Um,
Even for a superhero like Rocket.
and, that part of the story that's fine. I think it's
Mhm.
interesting. I don't think, but it's this new Genesis stuff that I actually don't care about. But
Yeah.
again, it's suffering from what I say with like the previous episodes is that there's just too many things going on.
Yeah, so we have New Genesis going on where they arrive to New Genesis. It looks like they're about to have like a conference with the Justice League, the people of New Genesis, and the Green Lantern Corps, which is supposed to arrive in like what they said tomorrow or something. But while they're all getting there and getting set up for this conference, one of the stores facilities in Supertown. What kind of name is Supertown?
Yeah, Supertown was kind of off funny. I was like, what the really?
Gets broken into and robbed by one of the bugs who also happens to be named Forager,
Because Forager is also Forager.
because Forager is also Forager. Honestly, it was kind of funny. I do admit this. I could see this being a problem, like Jay said later down the road, how they all have the same name.
Like again, like I don't think any of this stuff is necessarily bad. It's so all over the place, and it makes me wish because what it's going to be like a 3 episode arc.
I would say like 4 episodes. I feel like all the other ones have been 4 episodes.
You know, and dare I say, there hasn't been any really good action in this show in this season.
What was the last season? Oh, Aquaman stuff. Yeah, there wasn't too much action with that. I guess
Yeah.
like it wasn't until like last season with the Artemis stuff that we have some good action, and like Zatanna stuff was also pretty fun.
Like yeah, this ton of stuff was cool, but I wouldn't say it was like really captivating action for me. And like I love the mental aspect, the psychological aspects that they're going for in this show, especially with identities and understanding each other and so forth and so forth, and like touching some of the topics. But you gotta have some action too, like especially if you're gonna have the story so like chopped up.
Yeah, because we also not only do we have New Genesis stuff, we still had like a flashback to Apocalypse where we see what's his McGann's brother. Forget what his name is.
Is that a flashback?
I guess it wasn't a flashback, but like it was something else that was happening at the same time. We had McGann's little brother on Apocalypse. He's like shape shifting, trying to stir up a rebellion on Apocalypse, and then he sells them in. He sells them in for re-education to help Darkseid figure out who is not loyal to him. And not only that, we still have Superboy in the Phantom Zone doing his little thing.
I think the most interesting thing is seeing two Zods this episode.
You think that?
To me.
It seems exciting. We have Zod and his son showing up in this episode.
So it makes me, I guess, assume that the next season and the next arc is going to be Superboy.
I don't know if it'll be Superboy. I think we gotta build up Zod and Lord Zod a bit more.
I'm just kind of waiting for this all to like reach something, you know?
I agree. It's like I don't know where a lot of this is going. I thought we'll be dealing with Apocalypse a lot, but like Apocalypse isn't like been mentioned too much, honestly.
Until now. That's going to be the new cutaway of this arc is Apocalypse. You know, every arc they have to have a cutaway, actually.
It's true. I mean, I guess it makes sense for Zod to be the main threat since the season's called Phantoms and Zod's in the Phantom Zone.
Which we find out that's where Superboy is.
Yeah. I mean, we all already pretty much knew that's where Superboy is, but we finally have confirmation this is the Phantom Zone.
Yeah. But I honestly, I don't even know what to really tell you, actually. I don't really have much to say on this episode. What about you? What do you have to say?
I mean, I don't really have much. It's just an introduction. I feel like it'll be better if they just drop them arc by arc, honestly. If you're not going to give us to us all at once, just drop the full arc, and then that's fine.
Yeah, they might as well just give us the full arc.
Because right now, I don't really know what to say. Like, I feel bad with Rocket and her kid. I feel like she's going to realize something during this whole conference thing to make her relate to her son more, but by helping up Orion, who also has his own mental struggles going on.
Yeah, that seems like the more obvious.
Yeah,
I guess
maybe they'll let her take a mother box home, and the mother box will help, like, soothe her child.
Yeah, they'll have like a tiny mother box, maybe.
But I mean, I think that's the main thing going on. Her arc is just gonna have to deal with her coming to terms with what needs to be done to help her child, and she's gonna learn that by helping Orion, who needs a lot of help because he is known as the Dog of War, and he's a son of Darkseid, and he has anger issues. He's claustrophobic.
As of right now, we know she thinks of him as a monster.
Yeah,
I
was like that. I mean, I don't think of him as a monster. He was claustrophobic. He was freaking out. He was having a panic attack. If anyone should understand that, it should be you at this point. This kid's like 5.
Well, but you kind of see it with her son too.
Yeah.
How she was acting with her son was, I think, like they don't. I think they'll dive into it later, but she probably has strong thoughts against her son as well.
It could be that. Maybe we'll see more of her mother-son relationship down the road and how she might not think of her son too much.
Like she loves her son, but I think she was like drained by him as well.
She is absolutely.
It seems like what is implied. Yeah.
Yeah. It seems like a full-time job, and then she also has to be a hero, not just for her city, but like she's going out into space. She's on like huge league missions, important league missions going on. And she doesn't even want to deal with like the school counselors wanting to talk to her about her child and like programs that they can use for him to help him. While the ex-husband is like, we have to deal with this. No one's doubting that. I don't remember the kid's name, but that he's smart. Teachers have trouble dealing with him and 20 other students all at the same time when he has trouble because a toy car is right side up instead of upside down.
Yeah. And they're dealing with 20 other kids. Like it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard.
So I feel like when this arc is done, it's going to be good. It'll be a good insight into mental health and like autism and mental problems and everything. But right now, it's just an introduction. There's really nothing else to say. The most I got to say is we got General Zod. We got General Zod's son, Lord Zod, introduced, who both of who are black. That was also surprising.
Who?
Both of the Zods.
Is General Zod black?
He looked black.
I couldn't tell.
I mean, aside from the Phantom stuff, he looked like he's black.
Have we seen him in Young Justice?
I don't think we've seen Zod in Young Justice. I don't think they've ever fought General Zod.
Did they fight him in Justice League?
Like in the Justice League? I mean,
in like the original cartoon.
Maybe, but like it's not the same universe.
Is it not? I always thought it was. I don't know why.
No?
Yeah. I'm trying to see a picture of him. Maybe let me see if he's black. Like you see him. He might be. He might be. I don't know.
I can't find a picture of him just by doing a Google image search of General Zod, Young Justice.
I have the Phantom picture.
Oh, you're the Phantom.
Yeah, I was just trying to like. He could be.
Oh, here we go. Drew Zod. I can see it.
Yeah,
At
I can
least,
see it. He could be like either or, honestly.
yeah. But I mean, his kid's black, so I just kind of assume he was also.
I don't know. I don't think he is judging off this, or is this a fan picture?
What picture?
Yeah, let me send it. I don't know if this is actually from the episode or from the show or not.
No, this is I think from one of the movies, like Gods and Monsters or something, right?
Maybe I don't know. Yeah, it's probably from Gods and Monsters. You're right. No, it would make sense that he's black and his son's black. So
Yeah, it says I found it. It's like Gods and Monsters.
it would make sense if he's black and his son's black. So I'm here for it.
So I actually
yeah.
I did look up Lord Zod for a bit because I don't know too much about him. He is Zod and Ursa's child, but he was raised by Clark Kent and Lois Lane.
Guess not in this one.
Guess not in this one. He goes by Christopher Kent, and he's a hero who has fought Zod sometimes.
Guess not in this one.
Not in this one. He's definitely, I think, Apocalypse and Darkseid for some reason.
Or maybe he's from the future, and that he's who the future people are fighting.
I mean, that is like the same time bubble we saw on Mars with the future people chasing.
Yeah, so it's probably he's from the future. Still kind of weird.
I mean, it's not too weird. Like, time is not supposed to.
Well, like you said, he's
happen
supposed to
in
be
the
raised by
Phantom
them.
Hmm?
He's supposed to be raised by them, but that future is, I think, too far ahead.
Well, no, because they're like frozen in time in the Phantom Zone. Time doesn't happen.
I'm talking about Lord Zod.
Oh,
because you said he was raised by Clark Kent.
yeah.
Yeah, so I was saying, like, if he's from the future, like he's the future, like the villain that they're fighting in the future.
Yeah.
But it's kind of weird because their future is too far for Clark Kent to like have any interaction.
Yeah, they probably won't do anything with Clark and Lois Lane. Honestly, I'm just mentioning that's who Lord Zod is because I think they have another kid in the comics who is raised by Zod and is a bad guy. General Zod facts for kids. If you're interested in kid facts for.
Fair enough. I think I still stand by what we've been saying earlier. They should have just did like a Young Justice universe rather than all these small stories.
Yeah.
It's what I didn't like about the last season, and I still don't like it this season.
They should just drop it a whole arc by arc. It's probably the best for them, honestly.
Yeah, or at least do it like that.
Moon Knight needs the whole season to be dropped. Young Justice could just do arc by arc. I don't know what they need to do with Halo, honestly. Maybe just not even make it.
Halo, they need to read a book.
All right, anything else we have to say about Young Justice?
Nah.
No? Nothing to say about the lack of icon that you're hoping for?
That was just very disappointing. I expected it at this point, but it was just disappointing.
I remember mentioning, like, maybe icon will be in the background. He's not even in the background. He's nowhere near this place.
Nope, that doesn't touch this episode whatsoever. I mean, maybe he'll come in future episodes. If I don't see him once throughout the arc, I will be extremely disappointed.
Well, I guess that's our episode on Young Justice, episode 5. Let us know. Do you think Icon will show up at any point during this arc? Or will Geoff be super angry at this whole season? Let us know down below. Like and subscribe. And follow me on my other social medias. Haxley GV over on Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. And Geoff will be around for a future episode. And maybe you'll check out the comments later. Take care.